Hi guys and welcome. So today is Saturday, May 3rd. Is that right? Yes, Saturday, May 3rd. I hate it when we change months. I mean, I get out of month end at work and I'm just discombobulated for the rest of the week. All right, anyway, so this is the last set or bundle I'm going to be showing you before the new catalog, the annual catalog, goes live. Now, be aware that a lot of these items I am showing you are from the online exclusive, which also goes live on May 6th. But just so you're aware that I can't predict how fast things sell out, and it will get restocked and all that with everything going on. So anyway, I am not going to do an examples with video for this because this set is a bunch of phrases. And so I'm pretty much just putting them into, a card. I'm adding them as a feature. So it is a one-piece die set, and then the stamp set. I have it already here on my stamparatus. We don't sell a stamparatus anymore. I just have to say that, but I'm still using it. But I've also cut out a lot of the sayings ahead of time. All right, so let's show you a little bit about this. All right, so it is a clear mount stamp, cling stamp, whatever you want to call it. So when you're using it in your stamping platform, whatever you have to use, and I do feel like you need to use some sort of stamping platform with this, just because it is pretty big and it's hard to get a good inking if you're just doing it by yourself. Now, you can just ink part of the stamp if you're doing, and I'll show you that in this video. So, and remember, especially in the stamparatus, when you have to take out that foam mat for the clear mount, it makes your magnets really strong, just so you know. All right. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to put a piece of cardstock on there. Let me see what I have. I'm going to use, because this is carrying over to the new catalog, I'm going to stamp on my bokeh. Just because it'll be nice to show the background and all. So let me see how I want to do this, because I want to get a lot of that yellow in there. So it looks like I go here. That's looking pretty good. So let me go ahead, straighten this up a little bit, go like that. I'm going to put this down here where I don't think it'll interfere with my stamp. All right, let's go ahead and ink this up. You know what, instead of the memento, not a huge fan. I'm going to use Secret Sea, which is an incoming in color, and it's a really, really dark blue, gray, almost black look. And I think that it works better than the memento, just because you have that little bit of a give with the stamp pad, where the memento is a little more flat. All right, let's go ahead and rub on that. I never like rubbing too hard, because then you're more likely to get edges, and I might still get an edge, but let's see how it looks. All right, so those look pretty good, right? This good luck looks a little bit, so I'm just going to do a little more there. Let me just, not memento. It's on the edge there, so let's see if I can get it to just ink that up a little bit more. Get that K in there. Let's just kind of finger press it on there. All right, that looks much better. All the others look really good. All right, and don't forget, you can stamp on your designer series paper. I mean, it's going to, oh, what do I have going on here? I don't know. All right, So then to cut it out, now you do need, and I'm going to do this really quick here, just so you can see a little bit of the template, because we are going to show you something different in just a second. All right, just so you have an inkling there of how things are looking. Again, that good luck is, maybe it's because I have the magnet there. Oh, I bet you that's it. I probably should have the magnet over here. All right, just leave it that way. We're gonna leave that in there. And that's a nice thing also about the Stamparatus. I bought a lot of the extra plates when it first came out, and then when I found out it was retiring, I bought more, because I can leave this on this plate, store it in a plastic sleeve, which I do. We'll clean it off, and that way I don't have to worry about repositioning it. It's always going to match up to this template sheet, which I'll also store in that photo page protector, whatever you want to call it. All right, so let's go ahead though for now. Let's grab out that die. And we're going to cut it out. Oh, I did this before. You want to center it a little bit better. See how I have all that up here, but this round's down here? So that's going to cut off and it's not going to be even. So I should have stamped up a little bit more. I do remember that now. Darn it. All right, anyway, we'll still do it. Not a big deal. It's one saying, and probably out of all of these, Forever Friends is probably the one I would use the least. I don't know. All right, let's go ahead. Let's put this on here. I'm going to do it this way, I think, so I can kind of see. We're going to make sure that all the words look good and centered, that none of them are getting cut off. So that "Oh Happy Day" is just a little bit. So I'm going to move that down a little bit. "Time to Celebrate" still looks good. All right, let's put down, and I'm not really pushing this into the paper too much because I don't want it to rip, but let's go ahead and run it through there. All right, let me put this over here for now. Let's grab this off. You can see a lot of them are going to fall off right away. Now on these, and this is designer series paper, so we want to be very careful. Oh, got a little bit of an edge on that one, because it is more likely to rip design series paper. This I've used quite a bit, so I don't think it's as bad, but just be careful that when you're peeling, you're doing it at that angle. Oh, look, it brought my magnet off too. Put that over here for now. I'm wondering, I do need it. That's another thing. When you're doing something with this many cut points, the better your plate, the newer your plate is. Because when you have a plate like this that I'm using, there's a lot of divots. I've done a lot of cutting into this. So some places where there's a lot of extra cutting, you might get just a little bit of a divot where it may not come out of it cleanly. I could go back and forth and it would have come out better, but I didn't think about that. But that will happen when your plates get old. All right, so let's see. Let's put these down here. Let's put my plates over here for now. We're going to come back to this in just a sec. All right, so here we go. I think it's 22 phrases, if I remember right. There's my Forever Friends that got cut off. So here we go. Sorry, it's reminding me to take my medicine. Usually Saturdays are the days I forget to take my second set of medicine. So I will do that once I get off the video. All right, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Maybe only 19. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Right, so there's 19. I probably wrote it on here somewhere. All right, so 19 phrases. So there you are. Look at all those fabulous phrases you have done already. But now let's say, because maybe you're not always going to want to have, maybe you're using the hi there, or the happy birthday, or the you're the absolute best a lot. And you don't want a lot of these others laying around. Go ahead and let me show you what we're going to do. I've already go ahead and show you what I'm doing. Let's bring this back. And let's bring this back. This is the first run through that I went. And I do this, and let me get this all lined up. I'm going to make sure that all of my words are inside how this is stamped. And so it looks like everything has a pretty good edge. So then I'm going to tape this down. All right, so let's say you only want to do, and we're going to use what's left here. Let's say, let's say you want to do that Forever Friends because you did not cut it correctly there. All right, so you can do this one of two ways. I prefer to cut out the size. And I'm speaking in circles here, so let me show you. So I've decided that I want that, and I'm going to do that Forever Friend one. All right, so I'm going to kind of rip this off where it is. This could go through, you know what, I'm going to do it through the mini, just so it doesn't take up so much camera space. How about that? So let's do the mini. Oh, I can't. I'm not thinking, again, just came out a month end, guys, for work, so not thinking straightly. Thinking straight. All right, because of the size of the die, you do have to go ahead and this over here, use your big Stampin' Pen and Emboss machine. All right, so let's lay down our base, our thin die adapter 2. Let's go ahead and we're going to put this right underneath where that Forever Friends is. You know what, and while we're at it, let's go ahead and let's cut out these 3. All right, you know what, guys, let me just pause this for a second. I am going to go take my medicine before I forget, so let me just pause for a second. All right, I think we're back. Sorry. And I also had to turn off my alarm so it won't go off again. Let me take this away so the camera can focus. All right. So anyway, so here we have, that's going to be our Forever Friends. But as long as I'm running this through, I'm going to run through this so we can get these 3 here too also. All right, it's going to be a little bit of a pain. Let me bring it back out. There we go. So now we have those 3 sizes cut out. Again, put this over here on my side table. Let's get those 3 out. So we have these 3 shapes cut out. So with this template now, since we have it marked, oh, let me get, I don't know where my other magnet is. It's somewhere. Anyway, all right. I think it was stuck over here at one point. Oh, it's right here. I'm going to get that out for right now because I know this is taped down. Put it on the bottom so it's out of the way. All right. So now let me get that in frame here. So now I want to go ahead and just place these inside of your template here. Because as long as it's lined up and you haven't moved this, you know that these fit. This is the congratulations there. And this is our forever friends, which I'm going to do on the back side. I do it on this. Oh, that's why you leave the magnet on, because now this moved. Why you leave the magnet on. Anyway, and I don't want to use memento. I keep going for the memento. I'm going to go ahead, and I know I only have to ink up my forever friends and these right here. So let's just go ahead and do that. Now, hopefully, because I moved that, hopefully it's going to be okay. I'm trying to move the magnet. So I'm just pressing where those are. Let's lift up, and there you are. Let me close that and put that over here. So there you are. Where's my little take your pick tool to help get that out of there? So you don't have to do the whole lot at the whole time. Now you can have a bunch of the cutouts ready to go, but here you can do it like that and then put it inside of your case, or like I've done, since I haven't really bought that much. I didn't buy anything from the annual catalog yet. There's one I want to get, but it wasn't available ahead of time. So I've been able to take an empty case and use it for my die cuts. So like last week, was it? I did sentimental frames. So on my stamp shelf, I have that, and I have an empty one with just the die cuts. So I think I'll make one for this too, because I have the space until I start seeing examples with some of those annual catalog stamp sets that might make me want to buy it. But for right now, there's nothing in there that I feel like I need to have right away. But anyway, so that is, and there's other ones we already cut out. That is using your More Messages bundle from the online exclusive store, available May 6th. A great addition. I always love having, lots of phrases around. So thanks, guys. Again, there will be no examples using tomorrow. It's just going to be this introduction set, since, these are words. You're going to add them onto an existing card, and so it's kind of not, I don't know if I could get a full video out of it. I'm putting it that way. You could use this as a background, the stamp as a background on, with like a Versamark or a tone on tone, and that would be nice. And then you just highlight the when you're doing, but I think it'd be a little busy. Anyway, all right, I'm so glad month end is over, and have tomorrow to kind of relax and get resituated. But thanks for sticking with me, guys. Sorry this was so garbled, I would think is the word that I want to use. And sorry I had to take that little break in the middle there. to take the medicine, but health first. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Don't forget, stamp on that designer series paper. You can do it. Have a great one. Bye for now.